G'day friends, welcome to the first edition of the Benny and Yaja show.
Woohoo!
So say hello Yaja.
Hello Yaja.
So the point of this was we thought we'd do just a little bit of sort of work through what it takes to build a successful Jeunesse business. Does that sound like a good idea?
That sounds like a very good idea.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this over a few weeks. We're going to try and keep it to about 10 to 15 minutes each one. Mm-hmm. And what we're going to do is I'm going to hopefully walk Yaja through the start to building a business. So every week we can see where we're at and the progress. How does that sound?
Sounds awesome.
So before we get into it, most people want to know just a little bit about your story. How long have you been in Jeunesse for?
Over a year.
Okay. And what attracted you to join?
The business itself. I loved the business model. I felt that it was something that was going to be incredibly inspiring, supportive. I loved the idea of working from home, of being able to just get involved with a community of like-minded people. I loved the fact that it was such a positive opportunity on so many levels, and I could see for myself that this was a way that I could really make the kind of money that could get me out of all sorts of trouble, all sorts of debt that I've got, and rather than working from week to week, to be able to see that I'm covered for the future.
Okay, fantastic. So this is where we're going to strip it right back to the bare, so if that's all right. So, so far, are you on track?
No.
Okay, so that's why we're doing this, obviously.
Yes.
So basically, as I said, as we go, we're going to find more out about your story, and because obviously there's a story about how you've come to join Jeunesse. But let's start. How do you think you build a Jeunesse business?
I believe that, for me, it's very much about building a network of...
I might just write this down. So, yeah, build a network.
Building a network of contacts, people, friends, and maintaining that relationship with those people. Yes, that's probably the first step, in my opinion. And of course, then as I feel there is an opening, an opportunity to introduce something, whether it's the opportunity or the products or something about the business, then I introduce it in some way.
Okay.
Yes, and look.
So do you know how much money you would like to earn out of the business per month?
Per month, initially, I would like to be earning at least $5,000, at least, and that's in the first few months. That was what my thought was. That's what I was hoping to be doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Now, do you know what a business looks like that earns that?
It means I would need to have a number of people that I have introduced to the business.
How many?
And that's something I have never been told, and I have never been able to work out.
Okay,
Yes.
So there's no map?
No map.
Okay, so what we're going to do, and this is coming quite clear, is first thing was, if you don't mind, you just you pause for a bit.
Yes.
Which that's a first sign that we don't know what's on track. So, okay, how do we do the business? So the first thing we're going to strip back is let's get down to the basics of what this business is, because I think most people don't understand what this business is.
Okay.
Basically what it is Jeunesse have already made all the products. They've got all the packaging, they've got the pricing, they've got the delivery. All we are is referrers to the business. So basically the more people that buy, the more points, more money we make. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so one of the main tricks to this business is, first of all, when you get started, is you want to, that's why we say have a home launch. So that way you get in touch with your like immediate friends on Facebook, for example. And that way you get your business started. That's the first phase of getting your business started. The second phase is then finding new people that want to either make money or feel better. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So what we sort of teach is that the idea of the business is to open up just conversations about the business.
Mm-hmm.
Then once you've got enough people in your business, that first initial amount, then you want a system where they will then duplicate.
Yes.
And then therefore they'll be out there getting more people will get more products, more points, more money. And then everyone has a bit more fun.
Fun.
Okay.
That's the other thing that I was expecting out of this as well. A lot of fun. And I have, but not as a result of building a business.
Okay. That's cool. We're going to fix that. All right. So the first step that we're going to do is I've asked you to do the 8-step pattern, which we're going to get people to do. So what steps are you at on that so far?
Probably creating a list.
Okay.
Yes.
So you've created a list. Now, this is a good point. Your list is going to be already the people that you know on Facebook and everyone. And then your other list is people that you're going to meet along the journey. So one of the things that I want to just start in this week so we can get going is one of the problems I see with most people with this business is they try and sell people into it. They try and say, oh, Yaja, you're going to like this stuff. It's going to and people go,
Sales pitch.
sales pitch.
Yep.
So one of the things that we try and do is we recommend feel, touch, smell. So we were talking a bit earlier, and actually might get you to talk about how you met a lady today and what happened.
I met a lady today when I was having my nails done, and I had expressed an observation that I made while she was there. She'd had her hair all curled and looking really pretty and makeup done and getting her nails all sparkly, and I said, oh, you must be going to some special event today. And she said, well, actually this is something that I do every day because I suffer from chronic pain, I have scoliosis, and I don't, my face doesn't look very good, so I do this to make me feel better and make others feel better about when they see me. And we chatted a little bit, and then I actually did say that, what are you doing for your pain? And she said, look, I'm on medication, but I'm trying to get off the pain because I've been basically on Panadine Fort. So I suggested, have you, thought of doing something, probably more natural to help yourself with the pain? And I did tell her about resveratrol because she is Italian. I told her about it. We chatted about the glass of wine and how our product called Reserve actually has, quite a huge amount of the resveratrol within it, and it might be something that might actually help her with her pain. And she mentioned that she had a friend who was also in quite a bit of pain who might also be interested, and I said that further down the line I might have some sort of party or something at my place that she might like to come along to, and she seemed quite interested, so got her email address.
Okay. Well, that's good. What we're going to do is just sort of strip it back a bit.
Yep.
And one of the things that I found is you've obviously got quite a bit of knowledge, quite a bit of confidence to be able to do that. Most of your people that join won't have that confidence. So how would they duplicate the business?
You're quite right.
They can't.
Yeah.
So what happens is that's why a lot of people get people in, but then that business doesn't duplicate. So one of the ways to fix that is what we say is don't leave home without it.
Okay.
Always carry a product. So just a suggestion that I would try is if that lady was talking like that, what I would have done is I would have pulled out one of my little...
There she is. What's that you got there?
Exactly. So why we do that is that just takes out a lot of objections straight away. First of all, they know that it's safe because I'm drinking it.
And that it actually exists.
There you go. And you're not trying to talk a product because they don't have any idea of what you think you're explaining it perfectly. And the prospect's going, oh yeah, well, yeah, I got it. So what you do is, and then I would, again, you know what to say. Then you could say to her, look, would you want me to send you a sample? Or do you want to catch up and have a coffee? And that way you're just starting that relationship. It's not too stressful, it's not too forceful, it's just nice and easy. And that's what we're suggesting now is we're in the branding business, we're not in the selling business. And the key to that is what you'll find is that if this lady did join the business, she would copy you.
Yes. Yeah.
And what would happen is the people that want more information, don't worry, they'll source it. They will find it.
Yes, yes.
So, does that make sense?
Sure.
I think that, so that's where we're going to leave this for the first week. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it at that, and we're going to, next week's episode on the Benny and Yaja show, is we're going to see the progress of what's happened with Yaja, just changing that little thing, and we'll see what happens with her relationships. Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Hope you're having some fun. We'll have some fun.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I think it's great. Natural.
Beautiful. See ya.